Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Engineer Wannabe YouTube channel. My name is Sanjay. I'm joined by my very good friend, Wolfie. Thank you, sir, for joining me tonight. How are you?
Good.
That's
All
good.
good. Having a good time in Sin City.
Yeah. How long are you there for?
Another week, about another week.
Okay.
Time is
Nice.
flying.
Yeah, it is. You've been joining all of our friends' shows. Well, Mr.
Yeah.
Bobby likes. There used to be
Oh,
multiple people
yeah,
streaming.
that's only two.
Yeah.
Only two
So
now.
yeah, I really enjoyed Tuesday night's show. I haven't watched Friday night yet, but yeah, I really enjoyed that conversation with Clayton. What's on your wrist, sir?
Well, so it's two things. So unfortunately, you know that I got this one in Florida.
Yes. Yeah.
So and now, unfortunately, I met Mr. Dip
Yeah.
and he gave me the second one.
Yeah.
I'll let you decide which one is more of an abomination.
Oh, the one on your right. So the white one is the bigger abomination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I it's tough.
It's close.
It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a mutual disgust for that.
Yeah, yeah.
John Mayer.
So this
Um
happened. Then I got the a Bulgari
yeah.
Octofinissimo. That's like something
Okay, wait, I
that
gotta
is
see.
counted in the collection.
Oh, wow.
Can't really tell. Yeah, I can tell a little that the dial is very cool.
Yeah.
Salmon, copperish. So
So
my first Bulgari,
you got that yesterday, right?
I got that a few days ago. Yes, Dib, you need to
Oh,
come on the show. He
okay.
says it in the chat.
Wow. Oh, and that's a really special piece, I was told, because
Yeah,
there's
that's a
only
North America only.
yeah, and it's very limited. I'm
I think
hearing.
it's yeah, they said it's 50. I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure, but I know it's at least so far it's North America, Canada, and US only.
Yeah. Wow. It fits your wrist so well.
Yeah,
What's
it is. I mean, obviously it's super thin
yeah,
and it is very comfortable. I'm not used to watches that thin, obviously,
yeah,
but it is. Yeah, I really like it.
yeah. Are you
By the
leaving
way,
it?
yesterday I
Okay.
can pull up the picture.
Yes, I know what you're going to show us.
Yesterday we went to the Rolex store and they had a deep sea Challenger there.
Oh, okay. That's not what
Now
I was
look at
thinking.
this.
Oh, wow, that's huge. Oh, look
Oh boy.
at
The John Mayer fan club.
yeah. Oh, that's it.
Avengers Assemble.
Oh,
What the hell is he doing?
I don't know. Oh, I guess he just wanted to show us the John Mayer. It was a mic drop moment, I guess. Wow.
And
Um, good to see you. Good to see you, Bobby. Um, but so the deep sea challenge, that's the one that's 20 mil thick, I think. Was it, or is it
I
17?
think more.
More? Okay,
I
okay.
think more. The pictures you can't tell on the pictures. Mike had never seen it, and he said the same thing. You gotta see that thing in person. You can't judge by pictures or videos. It's so huge,
Yeah.
so ridiculous that even the ultra deep Omega looks like a tiny normal dive watch compared to it. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Anybody watching, you gotta, if you have a chance, go to Rolex and see if they have a display model of that Challenger one.
Yeah.
You'll be blown away. You've never seen anything like it except in an Invictus store, maybe.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a watch that's calling Deech by name. So Deech would definitely go for that. Um on my wrist is as usual SPGW 295 still. Um the whole week I wore the Planet Ocean, and it's just this is just my weekend watch, I guess. So when I do streams, I happen to be wearing this. Oh, hey,
Hey,
Dibs here. Dib, good to see you.
me.
How's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good,
I
good.
s-
Please tell me you have Wolfie's watch, the gift watch.
I do. I
Yeah.
mean, Wolfgang gifted me this grand Seiko,
Oh.
so I'm super happy that he was gracious enough to gift me a really expensive watch.
that's a lie.
Yeah. But that is
See,
the limited edition SPGA 4
483.
483. Oh, so cool. But the actual gift watch is it there? Does it happen to be there?
I mean, I dunked it in the toilet while I was taking a dump, but
Yes.
the color came out okay, So I think it's a quality piece of work. Um, Definitely, this comes from the Wolfie package.
It's so
Um,
good. Oh man. Well, yes.
Oh,
It's
wait 1 second.
okay.
Got
Okay.
something else?
Say hi to the chat.
it,
Well,
it has a mother of pearl dial too.
oh no way.
I got something else for.
And an
it's
oil slick
it's
finish.
it's exquisite. I mean, there's no words. I mean, uh,
That would be like
yeah,
a to give a car analogy. That would be like a muffler deleted Honda Civic, right? With the
and
weed whacker.
especially an EJ6 with somebody who has no money, but it needs to sound like all right, like have a baller car. So
Yeah,
EJ6 from the 90s, muffler delete, bumper hanging off,
yeah,
ride stand stout. All right, I'm the shiz. I'm the I'm the cool guy.
yeah,
Like the hat, just a little askew. It's not straight.
yeah,
The kind.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Wolfie, what were you gonna
So
show us?
I got something else. I got some for AJ.
Oh,
I got some cool Invicta
Yeah, why could I not have gotten that? I would have used that.
because you're flying. You were flying. It's kind of heavy.
is that like a Pelican case?
Yeah, yeah.
Just for that watch?
No, I bought that in addition to the great gift for Dib.
Hmm.
But
Why?
I mean, this was not the only thing that he gifted me. He also gifted me an Invicta cologne.
Really?
Um, yeah, I mean, I tried it on today. Went to the grocery store, and the lady bagging the vegetables said, "You smell nice." I mean, how can you not be happy about that?
Right?
Y-
Oh man, very good. Well, let's say hi to everyone really quickly. Chaz is here tonight. Good to see you. And Rick, hello, sir. Our Marcy Darcy is here as well. Bill K, how are you? Good to see you. Mr. Mike Drop Bobby Legs, good to see you. Keith is here. Hey, Keith, how's it going? Underachieving Watch Collector is here. We have Bruno and Sam is here. Sam, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Steve, hello, Steve. Hope you're well. Marcus F here. Good morning to you as well. And Stefan is here. Anish, good to see you. Mez9. Paul, good to see you. ETC ED. Hello, hello. Welcome. Good to see you for the first time, I believe. Um, RM, hello again. Wearing the Speedy tonight. Very cool. Uh, Rick says a rare appearance by Wolf King. Yes, we need to cherish these moments. While Wolfie's on our time zone, kind of. um, let's see. Joey B is here. Uh, that's what was going on. Hey, Karan is here as well. Good to see you, sir. Um,
he was talking about the Invicta. He really liked it too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Floppy
think
legs.
he was more in love with your mayor. Yeah,
Goose
I
Boy.
know Karan better because he's an Indian like I am, so I can read him better. I could feel the love radiating when you put the white one on, and the hate, boiling up. He actually brought out a hammer to,
Really?
yeah, for
He
the
actually
Invictus.
did.
So,
Yeah.
that's legit. So that's
Yeah.
an FYI.
What is that an automatic or is it quartz or do you just find the most
I have
ugly?
It's
no idea.
a quartz piece where the chrono hand is actually the second hand and the subdials are for show.
Oh
But it has a
no.
but it has
Oh
a screw down crown and it has screwed links. Something
wow.
the shitty Bulgari doesn't even have. It has pins and collars, I think. So
Really?
yay Invicta. Boo Bulgari. Yeah,
uh just
Yeah, I
oozing.
I picked the good stuff for my friend.
Yeah.
exactly. You know.
I- and you got it from a boutique, so I'm guessing you paid
Yeah.
list.
I mean, it was an outlet boutique, but still boutique.
Yeah. Uh, is this a bless your heart moment, Chaz? Karan, thank you so much for a very generous super chat. You're too kind, sir. Um, but let's see. Up is good to see you. All right, there we go. Karan saying wanted to break all those watches. This is be one of those poop knife moments as well, I think. Okay, so tonight's topic, I was gonna chat a bit about being patient. Um, one of these, I think it was Friday actually. I was chatting with Kevin a little bit, and he had mentioned. I asked him what he thought of the tentograph, the Grand Seiko tentograph, um, which he said it was nice, but he's just gonna wait for the more special one, which is going to come out. Um, you know, for sure, it's inevitable, um, because Grand Seiko is going to do some limited edition. It's going to be more special than the one they did. They're going to burn all their existing customers who are going to buy the Tentograph now. Um, so I was thinking that got me thinking about being patient and waiting to see what happens before making a decision, which is kind of alien to me because I kind of am impulsive and I go with what my heart is saying. Um, Almost got a U50 a couple of weeks ago, and a lot of you guys were telling me to hold off, so I was able to. But yeah, I was thinking we could maybe chat a bit about uh, patience and also instances where patience may have benefited you. Examples of that, where you may have waited for something and something better came along, or and also maybe where patience might have not been a good thing. Waiting to buy a Rolex OP, which would be one of my examples actually. Uh, so I'll start off with that one. This was before prices were a little crazy. I was hoping to buy an Explorer 36. I think it was 2019, maybe a bit before that. And I saw an Oyster Perpetual Blue Dial 369 indices, 36 mil. It was perfect. It was probably the one I should have gotten for, but I thought I'll wait. Now I'll wait and see if something else comes up. If the actual Explorer comes up at a decent price, a 36 mil Explorer. Not back then there wasn't a new one coming. New one wasn't out, but uh, my local used or pre-owned watch store didn't have a 36 mil Explorer, so I thought I'd wait for one. And subsequently, prices shot up on those OPs. And I would never pay what they're going for right now. I don't even know what they're going for right now. So that was a bad example of where I thought for once I'll be patient, and it didn't work out for me. um, any thoughts on you guys' part?
I think patience is not a virtue I possess. Everybody knows that. I say that I won't buy a watch, but then again, I paid for a watch. So I think So how I view my collection, and again, this is me speaking out of my behind because I know whatever I say today might not be applicable tomorrow.
Right.
So I have a set plan for watches I'll keep and watches I'll buy for the experience.
Okay.
So a watch which I'll keep, I know that I'm going to pay it off. A watch which I know I won't keep, I'll keep paying the minimum of whatever, and then in 2 or 3 months I'll flip it, maybe for a profit, mostly for a loss,
Mm.
and then that's done. In regards to the Explorer, though, I think that watch, especially from the mid 2000s, is a really good option right now because those prices have tanked.
Oh, they
So
have.
yeah, so I mean, not the brand new one, but I'm talking
Yeah.
about the 114270 and the 14270. So you
Okay.
can get them all day. I thought I saw a listing from Watchbox for like 5700. Now you can make an offer, let's say another 10% off. So it's 5200 US with a 2-year warranty from Watchbox. You don't need to go to like a sketchy dealer to get a cheaper price.
Hmm.
I think that's a very fair price to pay for an Explorer because at the end of the day, it's a very timeless watch. And like I think it has hit the bottom. I don't think it'll go beyond that because
Yeah.
2019, when I was really being influenced by Mr. TGV, I thought of buying an Explorer, and at that point, those were 4,500 to 5,000, depending on the condition and age of the watch.
Mm.
So I think it has pretty much hit the bottom. And if you really think you don't want to spend the extra money for the brand new Explorer 36, which I don't think is a good buy compared to the older one, go for it. Like because
Yeah.
you guys remember that I had the Explorer 36, brand new from an AD, um, and I sold it in a couple of months, like 7 or 8 months.
Hmm.
I did not like the taper on the bracelet. It felt very dainty. Now, very solid, I mean, modern construction, but I feel the older 6 digit Explorer is a better buy as a whole.
Oh, that's really interesting. So the older one doesn't have solid index, right? It's folded.
You have both. You have solid end links as well as hollow end links. So,
Okay.
depending on the year of the model, I think the late mid 2000s, those have solid end links.
Okay. Okay. And but the clasp was pressed, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. Yeah.
clasp is. I mean, the new one, the clasp is a world apart. It's
Right.
it's beyond what you can think. With the old one.
Yeah. 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 That's interesting. I still don't think I would. I mean, I don't think it's worth 5,000 US dollars. Yeah, 5,000 US dollars. Yeah. Uh, I'm comfortable paying maybe 5,000 Canadian. Maybe less. I don't know. It's just I because I'm not a Rolex guy. I would have to get like some ridiculous deal, um, to make up for the my perceived lack of quality compared to you know I don't want to say it Grand
Grand
Seiko
Seiko.
compared to Grand Seiko.
Yeah,
um,
you got three Grand Seiko fanboys here.
yeah,
Can
yeah,
speak openly. Karan is in the chat. He loves Grand Seiko. It's
right.
his favorite brand.
Yeah.
So we are amongst friends.
I will yield like I've yielded before that Rolex like when you get to like the Submariners, the GMTs, I don't think Grand Seiko can compete except for dial, maybe the technology and spring drive movement and stuff like that. But but in the Explorer side of things and the OP side of things, oh man, oh, not a fan of Rolex here. But um, Wolfie, do you have any thoughts about patience where patience did not work out for you to start off, or maybe where patience worked out for you?
Hmm. I can't think of an example where I kind of waited on something and it didn't work out.
Yeah,
Other way around.
for me, there's where it didn't work out, is probably the Tudor Black Bay fiasco in my life. When I really wanted a Black Bay 58, I couldn't find one, so I got the Black Bay, the full size Black Bay, the 41, uh, which eclipsed my tiny wrist, and it looked like it looked horrible. And I could recognize that as much as I um, wanted to love that watch, even back then when I didn't care as much. Um, I wanted to move on from it, so I got the Pelagos LHD, which eclipsed my wrist, and it was huge. And then I finally got around to getting the Black Bay 58. I didn't love it, and now there's the Black Bay 54. So back in 2018, where the Black Bay 58 was announced. I guess if I waited 5 years, 5 years is a long time. So
So, Sanjay,
2020.
yeah,
Sanjay, here's a wrist shot of me wearing the 58, and you and I have really comparable wrist sizes. Oh,
yeah.
sorry. This is a different photo. But like, hold on, where is it? Shoot. I mean, that picture kind of it's such a classic watch. So you can see the 54 on my wrist, and it's pretty much perfect for anyone having a skinny wrist. Now, this is not size to my wrist. This is size to a lady's wrist, because but it was really good, and the way the case has been done,
Mm,
it doesn't feel dainty. Like, for example, the manual Grand Seikos that you have, what's it, like the SBGWs,
295.
those to me feel very dainty, and I don't
Yeah.
like that case. Even though both are 37s, you can definitely feel Tudor has done some case magic here
Okay.
and made it feel like it's substantial when it's actually not. It's very thin, it's very light. I think it's gonna be a hit with all the skinny people and the Hodinky crowd, the hipsters of the world.
Yeah, yeah. I could see how that could be the case because it has that beefy lug width, right? It's 20 still.
It's 20, yeah.
Um, so I could see it could, especially thinking of the Grand Seiko White Birch, which has a 40 mil case with a 22 mil lug width. That feels like a monster of a watch, even though it fits the wrist. So I'm kind of projecting that onto this watch. So I'm sure it'll feel really really substantial on the wrist, which isn't a concern for me. I wasn't too concerned about it. I don't mind wearing dainty watches, like the 36 mil Legend Diver. That kind of feels dainty, even though it's a pretty robust watch, like pretty hardy watch. Um, I can tell from experience. But yeah, I'm not too concerned about it being dainty or not dainty. My concern though is your wrist is flatter than mine, right? Like significantly
Now,
flatter.
I have taken that into account. Like, taken into account your roundish wrist, it
Yeah.
will fit you fine. This
Yeah.
watch, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm excited. I'm on the list for one. So
Now, because the person whose watch it was, she has a same type of wrist shape as you.
yeah.
So, and it
Okay.
looks fine.
Yeah.
And it's a she.
Aha.
Yes.
uh, cha. Cha.
Yeah, just a friend. She's married.
um, sounds good. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat here. Um, Joey saying the like button is infinitely valuable. Absolutely not. It is worthless compared to you guys. Let's see. Paul saying been patient with tag since 1988 and it's now paying off. Marathon, not a race. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Tag is finally turning the corner.
I said it out loud. By the end of 2024 December, I will have bought the new Carrera with the date at the 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
Again, I'm not going to buy it new. I'm going to buy it used at a decent discount.
yeah.
So that will be a buy for me. But it has to be just a little, like I have to wait for it to come down, so that
Mm.
it's in the price range where I'm thinking it should be.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Kevin Hawthorne, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Kern asking if he can come on. You sure can. Let me.
Get the fourth Grand Seiko fanboy up here.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Grand Seiko love
Hold on.
fest.
I'll bring a few Grand Seikos just for
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
threw
let
the
me
link
I have
in
a
the chat.
Seiko, I think, here too.
So if you'd like to hop on, anyone else who'd like to hop on and chat with us, feel free. Um, let's see. Keith says he needs to try on the Black Bay 54. Yeah, yeah, you and me both. You and me both, my friend. Size to a lady's wrist. Wabin is here. Wabin, good to see you. Timing a watch wise like timing the market. Can't do it. Don't even try. That's so true. So true.
All right. If we get sound, the Grand Seikos come out in full force.
um. Oh, there we go. Navy Blue Monster saying 20 millimeter lug width helps the Black Bay 54. Yeah.
And that was a big sticking point with the Explorer 36, the brand new one. The way it's 19 millimeters and the way it tapers down to almost 14,
Yeah.
it just looks a bit. I don't know. I mean, that was something which kind of did not sit right with me. Like,
Mm.
I like the watch. Don't get me wrong. It's a solid watch, modern Rolex construction, so you can't really go wrong with it. But just felt a little wrong, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Zen T50? Because that's in the running for me too.
I think that's a great watch. I mean, I like Zens. I haven't had them in a while,
Yeah.
but I think the proportions of the 54 won me over. Honestly, it's such a great watch. I'm waiting for it, and unfortunately, I will be selling it to a friend if he wants to buy it because I already prepaid for a watch that's gonna come out very soon. So can't buy both at the same time.
Yeah. Wait,
But
so the T50 you
for,
pre-purchased it?
so for your wrist size, I think the 54 would work a little better.
Yeah.
But the T50 isn't going anywhere. The 54 isn't going anywhere. So you can, pretty much buy it, like wear it for a couple of months, maybe a year or two, then get the Zen.
Yeah.
These are not going anywhere. They're brand new models.
Yeah,
So
that's a
you
good
do
point.
have time on your hands.
Haha. Haha.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, isn't that the topic of conversation today? Patience.
Yeah, yeah. Well said, sir. Well said.
Oh, one thing I have been patient with for the hunt for a Pepsi.
Yes.
That's been the never-ending saga of my life. 14,
And
15 months now waiting for a damn Rolex, even though I've like purchase history, good purchase history.
the
Uh,
Cartier. You're still waiting for the Cartier.
Cartier, the man is right there. I mean, Karan, you just arrived right in time. See, look at that. The finger wagging has started, imitating the Austrian.
Karen, it's so good
It's
to see you in
good to
person.
see you guys. It's better than the head bobbling, Dib. The finger.
What's on your wrist, sir?
It's definitely not any of the timepieces either one of you have on.
Yeah. Yeah.
GB,
Oh, yes.
the free bridge.
Is that the skeleton or not the
The free
skeleton?
bridge. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Wolfie, that Bulgari really suits you. Finally,
It
you
does.
have a nice timepiece on your wrist.
Well, I
Yeah.
have a gorgeous Grand Seiko here. I know
Yeah.
that's
Wait.
favorite.
Let's all go for this. There we go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Break
You
it down.
guys,
all right,
you
I need one more
guys,
hand. Hold on.
you all three of you do notice you're wearing glasses, right?
Oh, that's a good one.
Look at that. Four
Wow.
Grand Seikos and one on the wrist.
See,
Yeah.
the SPGX hasn't moved yet, eh, Dib?
I haven't really posted it. I need to post it, but yeah,
Yeah.
the last listing, no, it hasn't moved.
Yeah. Uh, Bruno saying stop talking about tag. I don't want the prices to go up. Yeah,
All right, why
we
do you have a gimbal on?
I'm trying to get my phone set up. It's leaning on a glass right now, so it
Ah,
could be in a better angle. So, Sanjay, if you don't mind putting me off camera for a moment,
yeah, not at all.
so
Oh, I cut him off too. Sorry, Karen.
This is what's called riveting TV.
Yeah.
You bring me on, then you cut me off, and then you bring me back again. I can't die.
Yeah. Alex asking if I gave up on the Pelagus 39. I think I have. I think I
Absolutely,
have.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
another spot where patience kind of worked out for me. Well, I wasn't really patient. I just kind of had to wait. And I said no to the Pelagos when one did come in, and the week after the Black Bay 54 was announced. So, whew, that would have been a regrettable purchase.
Yeah, the gimbal doesn't work.
Oh no.
No, because it needs a battery. But
Oh.
oh, I thought you were gonna shoot a sexy Instagram reel where like the gimbal just does a 360. That's what the Instagram models do. I mean, maybe you started doing that as a side gig, you know.
stop
But
watching porn, Dave. Dave, stop watching too much. You're watching too much porn.
it's not. Oh my god.
I didn't realize the T50 Zin was limited. That's
Not the standard edition. I think the
right.
gold bronze was.
Yeah, the full
I,
gold. Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
sometimes I can't keep track.
The gold
Let me.
bronze, I'm really hankering for that weird gold color. So
Do you have a Zin retailer in your part of the world?
sure do. I
Okay.
actually got to try on the U50, a couple of U50s, 356 Chrono.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
yeah. Oh, the Chrono's so beautiful with the copper dial. But yeah, so I got to try quite a few Zins. Most of them apparently just sell as soon as they come in. So
So I'm looking at WatchWise's website. The T50 GBDR. Don't know what that is, but that looks like the one that you were sharing.
yep,
That's
gold
not
one.
limited. The
Oh
the
no. Okay.
complete bronze one is limited. But
Oh, okay.
it's difficult to justify the price when you have the 54 for $3,800 or $3,850. Karan, you can correct me. Whereas the T50 is 4,700 if I'm rounding it up.
Hmm.
Sorry,
So
which one is priced at what price? Sorry, I didn't. I lost you for a moment.
it's called a Zen T50. It's a
Oh,
titanium die
the
by
Zin.
Zen with
No
a
idea about the
bronze
price.
bezel.
Yeah.
No,
No
I'm
idea
just
about the
saying
price.
like the Black Bay 54, that's priced at 38 or 3850.
Correct. It's slightly. I think it's slightly lower than the 58. So you're talking about the 54. Am I correct to say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, around that price though.
So I just think it's a better value. I mean the 54 with the T-fit clasp, very vintage proportions, looks really good too. I think it's a winner, for
The,
anybody
the
with a
f-
smaller wrist or a lady's wrist, as these two will, like say,
Katie wants one.
yeah,
yeah,
sure.
The
I mean,
54?
I'll be wrist watch buddies with Katie. Why
Black Bay
not?
54.
Yeah. I mean, I'd wear Katie's Moser. It's a beautiful Moser.
I
or
wouldn't wear
or the Longines.
Wolfgang's Grand Seiko though. That's
Excuse
that's
me?
Katie's watch. But no, seriously, the 54. I don't know. I mean, I've sold probably four of them. Frankly, I mean, if you put it next to the 58, you can tell the difference. But when you see it by itself, you, it's very hard to, differentiate between the two watches when you
Yeah.
don't see the 58 next to it. It's just the same watch.
Yeah. Yeah, you just kind of have to keep your eye for that red triangle.
Hmm.
That's kind of the big giveaway. And the hash marks, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was looking at prices in Canadian dollars. The Black Bay 54 is 46.20 and the Zin GBDR T50 is 62.35.
That's a big delta.
That's a big jump. Oh, okay, interesting. Interesting. Um,
Sanjay, I never got to ask you, what did you like from Watches and Wonders?
oh, it's been a while now. um, Watches and Wonders.
Grand Seiko had some good releases.
Yeah, yeah, I did. I really like the tetragraph.
We should pull them up
Um,
and
I,
ask
I
for
I
brand
think
favorites.
I think I'm very disappointed in the tentograph.
yeah, how
The
come?
the reason why has nothing to do with the watch itself, but the movement.
Mm,
So it's a modification of the 9S A5 high beat movement, and
yeah,
they've added a module and a vertical clutch and a column wheel. Sorry, I don't think it's a vertical clutch, but my point is there's a editor I for King Scope or something. He writes for Watches by SJX, and he did a comparison of the Seiko NE88 chronograph module that you can find in a $3,000 Seiko,
yeah,
and they look pretty much identical.
really.
But isn't that Grand Seiko anyway?
It, no, um, exactly the finger wiggle. So
Hmm.
that really turned me off because it's a 13,800 or a $14,000 watch, and okay, it works, but I mean, you can't. I mean, a Daytona that's $15,000. Daytona has a completely integrated chronograph movement for that price. A B01, $10,000.
But Dev, can I just say something? Whether it's 10, 15, and you really love it also, you're not going to buy it for that price anyway. You're going to wait for 3 years till the price comes down and then still buy it at 5,000 or $6,000. Am I correct to say that?
I paid over MSRP for a Grand Seiko, so you're talking to the wrong person.
But you won't pay. That's your fault, not mine. But you would also not pay retail or over retail for a tag Carrera date at 12 o'clock. Am I correct?
You read that right, yes.
Correct. So same thing. Wait for 2 years. Those things will be at 2 grand.
The,
Two.
the, the good thing is I don't really like the tentograph, so I'm not. It's the fact. What I really wanted to say was I think Grand Seiko did not have the patience, which is in tune with our live stream today. They thought we need to come out with a with the first mechanical chronograph. What do we use? What do we use? And let's just use an existing one. Okay, I understand that it's expensive to build a movement on its own, but to take a module from a Seiko NE88 and put it on a $14,000 watch is ridiculous, in my opinion. And again, like as a big fan of Grand Seiko, I think, and I'm sure not a lot of people know this. So it's not like this is common knowledge that everybody knows that hey, it's using a $2,000 movement. I don't know, that kind of really bummed me out. Like this whole Grand Seiko Watches and Wonders release, it's testing my patience with the brand. Like
Why am
they
I on this feed?
I mean, you wanted to come on, you know. It's just that they have increased prices by at least $1,000 on most of the new 44 GS, while not doing really anything other than adding ever brilliant steel, and that's just not a big differentiating factor to pay $1,000 more. You know.
Yeah. So I'm guessing the module is on the other side of the movement because this looks pretty similar to the 9SA5, right?
Yeah, it's inside. I mean, there was a video out by Grand Seiko where it showed that it was sitting in the middle, like somewhere inside the movement. So we can't
Okay.
really see that out.
Okay. And that'll be really interesting to see because um, it didn't have like a jump minute like that any 88. It just has like a sweeping minute, right?
Yeah, I mean
If I'm-
because it's 10 hertz, right? And but if you pull up like an SRQ 029,
yeah.
the date window is exactly the same. The subdials are exactly the same. So I don't know. It just really left a sour taste in the mouth.
But doesn't Grand Seiko have watches and wonders every month?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's a well. Here's the thing. So we were talking about this, Wolfie and Sanjay and all of us. So we are all annoyed at like the monthly releases by Grand Seiko. So I did. So there's a person called Anthony Cable, and he has an Instagram account called Plus9 Time. So if you want to check out whatever new Seiko Citizens, whatever Japanese watches are coming out, he's the person to go to.
Hmm.
So to Grand Seiko's credit, Grand Seiko did not release any watch from like the first week of Feb, and I was telling everybody, hey, you know what? They learned their lesson. And in Watches and Wonders, they released like 15 models. I'm like, all right, here's a teenager who can't really control his stuff. That's what happened. But to their credit, they did not launch anything for 2 months in the US. They launched like 30 pieces limited edition here and there all over the world, but I'm not going to count that against them. Like it's a collab with some store in Japan, which you can't really get anyway. So doesn't really count.
Interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I know Grand Seiko had told a couple of people that they weren't going to release anything until Watches and Wonders.
Yeah, and
So
then they release 15. Like, what's the point in releasing 15 models? That
yes.
includes that crazy expensive platinum piece, steel, ladies pieces. I mean, like, they had like six or five 44 GS new cases, and all of them have a price hike of $1,000.
Hmm.
And it's difficult for a retailer like Current. I mean, especially because they tank in the secondary, and now you're increasing the price left and right.
It isn't difficult for me, to be
Oh,
very honest, because I've
oh,
got
really?
clients like you will still buy
Like,
watches, so it isn't, to be honest. I mean, and truth of the matter, in all fairness to Grand Seiko, I have a lot of respect for the brand because they're um, smart at what they're doing with their marketing. They followed, in all fairness, the Panerai route when Panerai started off, and everybody has liked that and followed it, and everything is special with the brand. Um, in all, again, it's a good product though. They make a good product. I was joking earlier, and I was like, the quality is great, the watch is fantastic, the finish is great. My only beef with my client here, who's on the top right of my screen, he just buys smaller watches, and I just tell him to upgrade to the men's size. That's all
Perfect,
I tell him to do.
perfect size for a dress watch. It's perfect size for a dress watch.
um,
We just got to
but no,
get you your first Grand Seiko. It's time. Yeah, you can tell. You love them. We gotta
that's
get you the first
definitely
piece.
that's not happening. If there is one brand in the store, um, besides Frank Miller, that I wouldn't buy, only because, not because of the name and not because I'm a snob. I've not found one that I've liked as much. That's all. I enjoy selling them, love it, but I never enjoyed it on my wrist.
Yeah, I
mm,
mean, you're a Patek guy though, right? I don't think.
Yes, I was the same guy that Grand Seiko beat in the Pet Extreme. Yes, yeah.
so, Karan, while we have you here, if we
Hmm.
are going, you have bought and sold a lot of watches, and you own incredible timepieces. Tell us an instant where you have been really patient for a watch that you really wanted. And I know it's been a while because you see pretty much everything in the industry. And to me, like if I were in your position, I'd be a little jaded just because you have seen everything. So what was that piece where you were really patient and waited for a while?
I'm actually very patient with a lot of watches. So, because I see them all the time, right? So, but yeah, I'd be patient with probably every paddock there is. The time that I was very anxious more than patient was when I was gifted the three paddocks when I lived in Jamaica back in the day, and they flew me, and um, and I was very anxious to see what I was getting, and I was 19, so um, I was like literally like shaking to see what I was going to get. But this is way, way, way before the hype. This is, I'm talking 98. So nobody really knew Patek. as much as they know right now. And also, till date, nobody knows Patek because everybody talks about the Nautilus.
Right.
But nothing dipped, to be honest. Nothing. I'm very patient waiting, and this is only to segue into you need to be more patient about your Cartier. So
There
that's
was a
about
really
it.
there was a really sweet Patek in Watches and Wonders. Just
The
pulled up
GM,
the
the 24-hour one, that was
yeah
the only one that was probably nice with the brand release. Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of people might disagree because everybody was, um, all over the Aquanaut,
This is so pretty.
but this was pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I give Karan that one.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Wolfgang, for the word.
Wait, so you're buying him
The
one?
next, he would if it said Grand Seiko.
It'd be more interesting.
Hey, I have made a proclamation. I'm not buying any Grand Seiko till the Watch Time event in October.
Oh, Karan, you can go in with $100. It gets $100 if you manage to
There's already a
not
$300
buy.
bid going on
There's already a
against me.
$300.
Like three people, so $100 each.
You can come in, Karan.
I'm
Not gonna
down.
happen. You're gonna
I'll
win
put the
for
bet.
sure.
Wolfie, you want to win the money in 3 days?
Oh, the problem is I'm not winning the money.
No, he will buy a watch before the event.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he can't last that long. We're certain.
Wolfie,
Problem
do
is
you
he
have
doesn't pay.
Wolfie? Do you have a story yet about time when you were
No,
patient?
not really. I mean, I don't like waiting too long.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
What's the longest you've had to wait for a watch?
I mean, I'm sure I waited. But there's a difference to, like, if I'm talking to Karan about something that I want, and and he tells me, yeah, it's coming. We just have to wait till it shows up in the store. I'm willing to do that, not indefinitely, but I'm probably willing to wait months, maybe a year,
Yeah.
because it's not up to him. And I know that he's gonna get one, and that I have to pay it, and then I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
What I don't have the patience for waiting without an actual guarantee that it's coming. Basically, like a waitlisted situation where a brand tells me, maybe, I mean, nowadays they don't guarantee anything. You want an AP, or you want a Rolex, or you want a Patek or a Showan. There's no guarantee. They tell you basically, yeah, we're working hard for you. We're trying to make it happen. Could be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I have no patience for that type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not the most patient watch collector.
Oh no, you're just normal. I wouldn't wait 2 years,
Yeah,
3 years, 4
yeah.
years.
I mean, there's various reasons. The uncertainty is a deal breaker immediately for me. And it's also like, I don't know, I don't even know if I like it in 2 years. So I mean, some pieces, maybe, like if Karan wants a Patek that he knows exactly that he's still gonna want it in 2 or 3 years, I could see that happening with me too. But a lot of stuff, I don't know if my taste changed or my collection changed in a direction, or I'm looking for other pieces. I don't know.
Yeah, in my case, it's if I have the money to pay for it in 3 years, and it doesn't go into those machines.
Right.
Well, I mean, you're looking at very expensive, complicated
Right.
stuff, but
But as a retailer, I have to also, clarify that, if any of you came to me and said, hey, like, let's take Wolfie's Bulgari, for instance. I knew it was coming because he asked me for it, and I said, okay, I'll get it for you. Till the order wasn't confirmed, and they didn't confirm that I'm receiving it in a certain time, because I wanted him to have it on this trip. I didn't take his money till I had it confirmed. So, because realistically, his you know, taste could change. He could get put off with the brand in a month's time, or anybody could, you know. So one of the reasons why we do not take a deposit is one, a client doesn't call us 25 times saying, "Hey, you have my money, where's my watch?" And then two, I also don't want you to be stuck, uh, putting a full deposit down.
Hmm.
And, Wolfie's an exception because he lives out of the country. So, but somebody living in the country, I could ship the watch anytime to them. But
Right.
if I miss the watch by a day, he's gone. I can't ship him the watch. He comes back 3 months later. He may change his mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to Karan's credit, I bought a watch from him in 2021, and I paid him from India, and he held the watch for me for more than a month, I think. I came back and then he shipped it out. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still have it?
No.
I think it lasted 6 months.
Okay,
What's
that's not
what's
bad.
the what's the oldest watch tip that you have?
Right now,
Yeah.
the Panerai.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
so
Uh,
that's is it a year?
it's year and 14 days.
Oh wow. That's really specific.
That's long and
Yeah, I
digital.
mean, I got the watch on the 4th of April from Toppers. That my oldest watch by far was the Sub, almost 2.5 years. Actually, more than 2.5 years, but I sold it because there were some memories which were, like associated with it, and I did not really want to keep it.
Mhm.
Plus, I knew that once the Pepsi came in, I'd eventually sell it. So why not? I mean, the market is really taking a dump, and
Mhm.
honestly, I just got MSRP for it. Like when I sold it, so MSRP plus tax. So
Yeah.
I did not really, like make a lot of money on it. You can't make. I think the only watches like in the Rolex lineup which you can make decent money on if you're trying to flip for a profit are Pepsis, the GMTs, and Daytonas. That's about it.
So, Dib, the longest you waited for a watch, is that the Cartier? Like the one you
No,
ordered?
no, no. The Cartier, it's just been a couple of months. The Pepsi, it's been a long time.
Okay,
I
yeah.
asked for the Pepsi. When was it? November 2020, 2021. So that's a long
Wow.
time.
Yeah. And you've been steadily waiting for it, which is
Yeah, I mean, the emotions go up and down.
I don't
I
think you should come on a public platform talking about flipping watches and then asking for a Pepsi.
no, I'm
Just
not.
like,
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like when people speculate on Rolex, right? So I've seen people like, hey, I want a sub, but the thing is, the sub doesn't hold. I mean, literally, I can go back to a dealer, gray market dealer, and I can get the Submariner for the same amount I sold it for. So
mhm.
and there's not a lot of delta in it to make sure that you have to go through all the heartache and the burn. It's just what it is, right? I'm
no,
not
you're
saying
right.
it,
You're
it's
right.
it like the time for speculation is over. If you like a watch, you hold it, and you should be willing to accept that you're going to lose money on it
Mhm.
because it's a hobby that you're entertaining. If you think that losing a grand or 2 grand on a watch is going to kill you, you should not be in the hobby in the first place. Like you should be willing to take that hit because you make some, you lose some, right? Now I paid a lower price for my sub because mine was 2.5 years old. So this was before two consecutive price hikes. So definitely, I made a little bit of money, but it's just that there's not a lot of cushion there.
Mhm.
Even with Vacheron, like the overseas, a friend picked up a black dial for 19,000, used, not new.
Mhm.
So beautiful watch. I mean, the black dial, the blue dial. I mean, the blue is one of the best blues I've seen, and it almost is as good as a Grand Seiko blue. It's not as good, but it comes close.
Yeah, I agree.
So, um, like as I said, like I'm in. Amin found a Patek weekly calendar sitting in a store. 5 months ago, I think somebody else in our group asked for that watch, and it was almost a bundle purchase. You have to buy something else to get that watch.
Hmm.
And now it's literally sitting in a store case. So times are changing.
Yeah.
It's good for the consumer because you don't have to worry about any of the hype, because people who were in for the hype, they have already cashed out if they could. So, and I hate to use the word true collectors, because there's no true collectors. Just people buying watches.
No,
uh,
there are some true collectors, though.
yeah, like Wolfie with the mayor, but we don't count that. That's in a league of his own.
True enthusiasts.
I
I'm
do
a
have to
true brand
agree with
Seiko
you that
collector.
I do have to agree, though. I did appreciate the mayor more than the tremendous timepiece he got you. I refuse to touch it.
Are you
Uh,
sure? Oh, it's the wrong one. Look
no,
at it again. Are you
yeah,
sure?
I'm not a fan. I'm not disagreeing that this is not a good watch. This is a good watch by any means. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the watch you got him, Wolfie, it was like, you
It was
know,
cruel. That's what it was.
it was like you stabbed someone and shot him in that same wound.
Exactly.
Not
See, look at
true.
that. All the finger wagging is not going to help you there, my friend.
Not true.
Yeah.
Why is it? Wilson is talking about 38 millimeter Aquaterra. No, it's
Yeah.
41.
The 38s are still not. Are they still
No,
trickling?
I saw them in a boutique window this week.
Okay.
yeah,
Not the
I
red one, which probably is the best one. It's
the
a more
terracotta. Yeah,
terracotta. Yeah.
yeah, it's a stronger color. The ones I seen two 34s and two 36s,
Hmm.
both in like the colors weren't vibrant. They were kind of male looking.
Yeah.
The ones I saw, I wasn't a fan.
I still haven't
you
even
know,
seen one.
they'll come out in about 3 months to the retailers. They'll go to boutique first, then they'll go to Tourbillon if there is a Tourbillon left besides Vegas, and then they'll trickle out to the retailers. So, yeah. But by the way, Wolfie, sorry, and Sanjay, if I may say,
Oh, of course.
I you saw the pictures of the two Rolexes pre-owned that I have in the store, and I just wanted to bring it up. If anybody is interested, they're about $1,000 or $1,500 lesser than retail. In my store, there's a Sea Dweller and a Yachtmaster too, and the box and papers, of course, 2022 stamped from our boutique. So if anybody's interested, give me a call. It's a steel and gold. If I don't even have a picture of it right now, but
Yachtmaster 2 is the ugly one, right? I mean,
yes, the regatta one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
it's for
regatta one.
people
Yeah.
with Sanjay. It's for people with more refined tastes than us.
Right.
That's
Yes,
ugly.
probably.
Well, no, that's the one with the 99 balloons on it. Yeah,
That's ugly.
the up
That is
watch.
uglier. That is
Yeah.
uglier. Much uglier.
Yeah.
I,
The
I,
puzzle
I,
one's a good bit
a
ugly.
little Sanjay, a little birdie told me that Wolfgang is getting that Rolex.
No, he is not.
Oh, I mean, if that would be a nice gift, Wolfie.
Yeah, I mean, if it's
Yeah, I'm not
gifted
paying
to
for
me,
it now.
supposedly, it's gonna be worth a lot of money. I hear.
Yeah, that's what I'm told
So
too.
I'll
Of
take
course
it
it
and
is. Of
sell it
course, that's a
immediately.
slap on the face that Rolex is giving all you guys, saying that we can put out, beep beep, and it'll still sell, kind of thing. Yeah.
I think all I felt was back in India when you used to go to a circus show,
Hmm.
and the trainer is saying, "Dance, monkey, dance." That's what I felt. Yeah, like all the Rolex customers are just monkeys dancing to like a puppet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thomas here recommending the 5178-minute repeater with the blue ground for enamel dial. I just looked it up. It is magnificent. Oh, man.
Oh,
That is,
now you got my interest, Thomas.
that is
Thank you.
gorgeous. Wow.
Sanjay, you like that because it's like a kind of a Grand Seiko dial.
It
Okay.
is kind of a Grand Seiko dial. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to. Wow, that is magnificent.
I hear the SBGW 295 is a better buy than this Patek.
I thought the SPGW 295 was a terrible buy.
Dib, you should stop drinking. If you do,
I don't drink.
then start.
Oh.
Oh,
See.
That's not a bad looking Patek. Okay.
Not bad
it's a
looking.
little. It's a little too pricey though,
Oh, look at
and
the
it's an
floor.
application piece.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
That floor is just perfect.
You and your force.
Those are the Breguet officers' numbers
Okay, yeah.
and the Breguet hands. That's the
So-
officers' dial. So
Would anybody in this panel who can, forget price? What about being patient? Because I'm assuming this is going to be a hot piece. Most Patek collectors would want this because it's the new hottest minute repeater.
it's
Would anybody
difficult. You cannot acquire it if you don't have. It's an application piece, and you'd have to have probably 25 Pateks at probably an average of $75,000 each to acquire
Wow.
this piece.
You just poured
So-
water all over my dreams of owning this Patek.
Mhm.
says
Stop
email.
having wet dreams, buddy.
It says email at the bottom of the dial there.
Yes, that's it. Enamel.
Yeah.
That's what the yeah. Minute repeaters are out of the reach with Patek. It's all about application.
Yeah. Ground for enamel too. That looks like almost looks like cloisonné enamel. Like, oh, so cool.
I mean, the Seiko Shippo enamel gives you the same look for like $1,000. So I think we are in there.
Exactly.
Does it make a sound though? Besides the quartz or kinetic movement that they make?
It has a mechanical movement and it makes a sound as soon as you shake it. So it's a minute repeater.
Yeah, it's
You,
like
you
gravel.
just shake it. No. But Wolfgang, take your.
This makes a sound,
automotive-
right? Probably. It probably has an alarm.
It does.
It does.
Wolfie, it would have made a sound if you dropped it on our floor. You dropped it on the sofa.
That
Oh, it's a
watch.
G-Shock.
That watch you can drop off 2 floors and it's not going to do anything. It's shock resistant.
Listen,
If I'm allowed
you got to be careful because Wolfie is a baller. He doesn't live on the second floor. He lives probably on the 27th.
If
Yeah,
I'm
but-
allowed to, I'd like to gift it to Karan because it makes a nice sound instead of
Hey,
the
Wolfie, you could do an experiment. You could toss
Wolfie
it
will
out
make
the
a
window,
great
see if it
sound.
survives.
It'll make a great sound when you gift it to me. I'll throw it back on your lovely.
Wolfie, you should toss it out the window, see if it survives.
No, I don't think so. That's my gift to him. He
Well,
need-
I
I'm
guess
kinda
you can throw
restricted,
the.
Sanjay.
if,
you know,
if
I'm
that is
restricted.
thrown out by accident, I'm going to give Wolfie the benefit of doubt. I'm going to make him the gaudiest Cuban chain that I can find when I go to Miami. And I'm going to engrave Mr. John Mayer's face on at least 4 links. And he has to wear that full stop. I don't care. That's the punishment if that watch is accidentally dropped from a high-rise building.
I
While
understand.
somebody is smoking a cigar.
I bet it would survive. I bet it would.
I can't take the chance.
It would hit terminal velocity.
Wolfgang,
guys.
what floor are you on? Like 15th?
17?
Yeah, no, no
it
trying
wouldn't.
there.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's was a fun conversation. Good time to hang out with you all. Thank you, Karan, Wolfie, and Dib
thank
for
you.
joining me. Do you guys have anything going on? Anything you want to promote?
just my show tomorrow at that Wolfgang's going to be on. I've
Oh.
not told him yet, but I'll tell him 2 minutes beforehand.
Sounds
Never
good.
heard about it.
The channel would be About Time.
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm going to do it because the cricket's going on right now, big time.
Oh.
So I don't think I'll be awake after the show, after the whole matches. But if anything, you'll get a notification 2 minutes before.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, hope you have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow
you.
for Watch Soup on the Bobby Lakes YouTube channel. Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Good
Start
night.
buying Patex, guys. Bye.